Hey guys, welcome back to the Navani Herbals YouTube page. And before we get started, I just want to ask that you please subscribe to our page. Also, hit the bell so that you can be one of the first to be notified whenever we drop a video every Tuesday and Friday. So, today's topic that I want to touch on is, let me warn you, very controversial and it's deep. So, what I want to talk about today is why people won't even try herbs or herbal products. So, and this is also coming from personal experience. Um, I didn't grow up in a family that utilized herbs for wellness and health. I didn't grow up in a family that ate a plant-based diet. I ate a standard American diet. I popped the Advil anytime I got a headache and went about my day. And it was when I got introduced to herbs and when I experienced the way that it had shifted me in so many different ways that I just fell in love with them, and now we can argue about it. But before, like I said, I didn't grow up using herbs. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have friends that used it. I didn't have family members that used them. So this is from personal experience. Um, so if you have any comments, or if you have a personal experience with herbs, or you have any comments about why you may not use herbs, please drop them below. So for me, I feel like the number one reason why people will not even try to use herbs is because they are socially programmed to use medications. Now, even from the time we're born, a lot of us were born at hospitals. We always put our lives in the hands of a doctor. Always. We never really take time to see what else is out there and see how we could actually empower our own well-being. When you get to the hospital and you're pregnant, about to have your babies, first thing they have, the first thing they do is they have an anesthesiologist or whatever come in and ask you if you want some epidural in your spine. Like, that's the very first thing they do. And it's like, dang, can I get on the bed first before you start trying to drug me up? But a lot of us aren't aware that there are ways that we can have faster and easier labors without the epidural. The way that we can, there's ways that we can use herbs to help with labor pains, that we don't have to utilize drugs into our spinal cords to find relief. We don't know about it, and they're not going to tell us about it either. So we're already programmed to, like I said, put our health, wellness, and lives into the hands of a doctor. People who do use herbs or who are thinking about starting herbs, there's like a whole shift in your paradigm of the mind, because you're so used to being able to just go and pop a pill and get instant relief that when you don't want to look for other alternatives. That is until you pay the consequences, which come later down the road. So you might get instant relief now. You might, oh, my headache is gone, whoop-de-whoop. But later on down the road, it's all going to come back on you. And the reason for that is because these medications that you're taking, they're not actually fixing the root issue of what is causing the headache or what is causing the dis-ease or the pain that you're experiencing. They're basically hijacking your brain to say, shut these nerves down that's right here so that they don't feel it for right now. But it's not actually fixing anything. So if you keep putting a band-aid on it, over time, how is the wound ever going to heal? That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, people do not want to even try it. People have argued, literally argue with me about herbs. Like they are so stuck in their mind and so closed-minded about other alternatives, um, alternative type of medications that they'll argue with me, and I'll sit there and argue back because I ain't going. Um, and the reason why is because I have educated myself on not just one specific way to treat a disease, which is medication, but I also have learned about herbs. And they call herbs alternative medicine, but they're really not the alternative. The alternative is the RX. Herbs have been around for since the beginning of human mankind. There is years and years and years of lives that have been healed using herbs before there was even a hospital. So don't argue with me about do herbs work, any of that, because we can sit back and have this conversation. Actually, I want to have this conversation. Drop some comments. I don't mean to get uh, about it with y'all, but I get really serious when it comes to this because I've had so many people try to attack me for being an advocate for natural healing methods. And listen, these herbs really saved my life, so I'm gonna ride out when it comes to them. Okay, um, like I said, but experience is the best teacher, so you're not really going to get the full shift in mindset until you actually are able to experience what the herb can do for you. And that's another reason why you should just try it. I mean, you don't have anything to lose. And then 9 times out of 10, the medications that you're taking, you don't even know what it is. You don't, you can't even pronounce it. You have no clue what you're taking. And it's crazy. Like, people will do all this research on a herb, but won't do a research on a medication or a prescription. Like, you just take it. You don't even know half the stuff that you're eating. Like, you read the back of the box and it's like dextrose, renextrose, dextrose. Like, what does that even mean? But you'll eat it anyway. But let somebody say, oh, try this herbal blend, this herbal tea out. Y'all turn into full-blown researchers. Like, I'm not saying not to, but makes me raise my eyebrow a little bit on the way that we have been programmed as Americans. There are other countries that use herbs. I never see them with high blood pressure, diabetes, and all of that stuff. Like, never, ever. Because they use herbs in their meals and stuff like that. They drink tea. Tea is the #2 drink in the entire world behind coffee. Like, tea is that stuff. And everybody's hip except for good old land of the free. Um, so anyways, I also wanted to talk about medications. RX basically are counterfeit herbs anyways, because what they do, a lot of these drugs, they use a herb and they isolate the active component of that herb. So they just isolate the part that works and they put a lot of other chemicals together with it, and boom, there you go. There's your new pill, and you can patent it. You can't patent a herb. So that's why this is a billion, trillion, gazillion dollar industry of medications. Your doctors are pushing you towards um, buying them or utilizing them and being hooked on them for the rest of your life, because now you're a lifelong customer. And like I said, these are counterfeit. These are not real medicine. And like I said, herbs are the real medicine. RX are the counterfeit. Those are the alternative drugs. Okay. Let me see what else. Yes. So Another reason that I feel like people won't even try herbs is because they are afraid to break the social programming that they have. They don't want to be the only one that's doing something. And that kind of applies to every area of your life. Like a lot of people do stuff and don't even know why. Or a lot of people like deep down want to try something, but they won't because they're afraid because they don't see anybody else doing it. So they never do it and they never get that fulfillment and they never get that full life experience because they were too scared to do something. And that was kind of my whole goal of starting this YouTube page, was because I want to get the information out there. At least you can say that you have a resource or that you know somebody who has used herbs or where you can get herbs from that are safe, and that you like that is there. Like you can't say you don't know where to get them, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know anybody else who use herbs in their daily health regimen. Like you can't say that now. Um, but I really just want people to empower themselves. Take hold of your own life. Take hold of your own health. Quit throwing your life into somebody else's hands and then expecting miracles when we were given everything that we need for free. We were given a mind for free, but won't use it. We were given a healthy body from day one and just over time destroyed it or didn't take good care of it or talk to it in ways that were detrimental, and start getting self-conscious and start comparing our lives and just all this weird programming so that we can be controlled by other people. And now our lives aren't in our hands anymore, all because of fear. And when you get rid of fear, that's when you get empowered. That's when your true power comes out. That's when you can start breaking generational cycles. That's when you can start really living your true purpose in life, when you get rid of the fear. And like I said, fear, I feel like, is the number one reason why people won't try herbs, why people won't empower themselves to take their lives. Because this is not just, oh, some healthy stuff. This is your life. If you don't have health, you're pretty much dead. Like, what can you do now? You can't go make no money. You can't hang with your friends. You can't take care of your kids. You can't even have kids. You can't walk. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself. Like, this is your wealth for real. Health really is your wealth, because if you don't have it, then what are you doing? This should not be a second thought. This should be the number one thought in your life is, how's my health doing right now? Because without it, I can't do anything. I can't fulfill my purpose down here in this lifetime, because I'm bedridden or I'm just sick and I can't do anything. So here's the information. This is my experience, my opinion. If you have any comments, please leave them below. All I want to say is, if you give a man a fish, he'll have to keep coming back, and that's your doctor. But if you teach a man how to fish, then they can eat for a lifetime. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach you how to fish so that you can live your best life. Okay? All right. So I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the Navani Herbals channel. Please hit me up on social media. Again, comment on this video. I know it's kind of controversial. If there are any more topics you want to talk about herbs, wellness, self-care, drop some ideas below. And I will be back with you on Friday when we drop our next video. And I want to say thank you all for giving me your time today. Have a good day.